Rebecca. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, Miriam. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good.
So I hear you come from LL Ministries in Gilboa, in
that's
Menangle.
right. Yep.
And I guess I wanted to organize this meeting to know more about the event you want to run.
Yep.
So let's maybe start with when is the event that you're looking to have?
So the event is going to be an open weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's in September, the 17th and 18th of September. Mm-hmm. It's meant to be a relaxed event to open up the site to show community members about the house so they can experience the history of the property.
Yeah.
And it also acts as part of the Menangle area and the history and the historical significance of the Menangle area.
Wow, that's an amazing. So is it connected with other places?
Yeah, so there's Camden Park House in Camden. They also open on the same weekend. And in Menangle, there's also the Menangle store that people can go and look through on the same weekend.
Nice. Yeah. So when you talk about the history, tell me a little bit about the history of the place.
So Gilboa was built in the 1890s. It was built as a wedding present for MacArthur family's grandson. Yeah. So it's related to the wider MacArthur history. So the MacArthurs settled in the Menangle and Camden area. They had big cattle farms and they actually helped in establishing the economy in Australia, in Sydney and in Australia through their farming. Yeah, so their original house is Camden Park House, which the date of that escapes me at the moment, but it's older than Gilboa, but very significant in the history of Gilboa as well. Okay. So, and the village of Menangle as well was also built with the church and the Menangle store, and that was built for all of the workers and the staff and the servants back in the day for the MacArthur family. Yeah, awesome. So there's a really rich history of the whole area of MacArthur, Camden, Menangle. Yeah. Yeah,
well, then, of course, that's why we want to open the doors of the house for people to have a look at the history. And definitely as that area is developing more and more, people will want to be, I guess, we want to make them more aware of the history of the place.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. Yeah. So how many people do you expect?
We expect about 1,000 people over the 2 days.
Wow.
And hopefully it's a family-friendly event, so hopefully lots of children would be included with that as well.
That's very good. Okay, let's have a look at some specific operations and like maybe needs. Are you looking at having accommodation for people in some way?
Not for the guests, but we may require some accommodation for the volunteers.
Okay.
Yes.
And in the event, what entertainment will you be having?
Inside the house there will be a grand piano. So we'll have some volunteers playing piano to create some atmosphere inside the house. Yeah. And then there'll also be a self-guided tour, sort of more like a brochure that people can take to look through the house. Then for the kids there'll be a petting zoo and also a jumping castle.
That's very nice. Yeah. So, and that's both days?
On both days, that's right.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So how is the floor plan? How does it look? How will be everything set up?
Yeah. So there'll be a front gate. There'll be people at the front gate taking registrations. There'll be a car park area on the grass. Then within the house, most of the rooms will be open. There'll be certain areas like the kitchen and staff rooms that'll be closed off. Then in the back garden area will be most of the outdoor activities like the jumping castle and petting zoo and barbecue and seating for people to eat. Then hopefully in the front we would like to have some vintage cars at the front entrance.
That's awesome. Okay, and talking about security, what are your thoughts about security? How many people, or where would you like security?
Well, the first point of security, I guess, is the registration at the front gate, where people take the entrance fee, which is $5 per person, and kids under 16 are free. Then there'll be people guiding them to car park. Inside the house, there'll be people in each of the rooms who will provide information, but also security. And then there'll be certain people roaming the grounds to just check up on how everything's running and making sure that things are secure too.
Yeah. Awesome. And any technical equipment that would there be?
In one of the rooms, we'd like to have a video or PowerPoint presentation for the history of the house and pictures of the house.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the volunteers. How many volunteers are you looking to have?
It depends on how many volunteers we get in the end, but we would probably need about 25 people per day. So people in each of the rooms, people cooking, people at the car park, and then different people stationed, face painting and things as well, maybe.
Face painting, nice.
So,
and like, okay, the food. So you mentioned a little. Let's talk a little bit more about the food. What are some of the catering needs that you will need?
We would like to feed the volunteers and the staff that are there on the day. So we'll need to provide meals for them because the day will run from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m.
Okay,
So we'd like to provide at least lunch for the volunteers, and then for those that are staying overnight, we need breakfast and dinner for those. Then the food. We'd like to provide scones and jam and cream, cups of tea and coffee, and then there's the barbecue. We'll just do a sausage sizzle, so sausages and onions and bread, and sauce for that.
And I guess a station for drinks as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll have water, and they can buy soft drinks. And have cordial available as well.
And how are you looking at, like, when someone wants to purchase stuff? Like, will there be a paying place?
So inside the dining room where the scones are available, there'll be a station for them to pay for the barbecue, the drinks, and the scones.
That's great. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it, just to have one place where people just can purchase, and I guess having like some tickets so they can just so that there is no places to pay everywhere. That's
right. Also for the jumping castle, they will pay inside as well.
Okay. So let's have a look at the budget. How much is your budget for the event?
We're looking at around 15,000.
Okay.
And that covers the 2 days. So that needs to cover food. It also needs to cover marketing for the event. Hopefully get an ad in the local paper. Distribute brochures. Printing anything on the day, like the self-guided tours. Then also hiring equipment like the jumping castle and the petting zoo and whatnot, and the other entertainment. And then food and accommodation for the volunteers. So around 15,000. Hopefully we can come in under budget as well.
That will be. And I'm sure it could be this is a good budget for such an event. It looks great. Thanks for this information. This covers everything we need to know for now, and I guess we will be in contact, and I'll get my team all working on this event. Thank you so much, and I guess I'll definitely call you or have another appointment in a later time.
Great.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you, Miriam.